There we go. What's up, everyone? What is up? So right now, I'm gonna switch up. I gotta change a motor on the boosted. So that's why I'm sitting down. Then we're gonna go for a little ride. But I just gotta change out, not a motor, I gotta change out a belt. What is up? I don't know, it's just another day in the city. It's pretty slow. Pretty slow. I need to get rid of this old belt. So what's going on, everyone? I went to the donut shop. I was gonna go grab a donut, a vegan donut. But this place is always out of donuts. Like, it's about a 50-50 chance. Yeah, there's like no more smoke anymore. Yeah, the air quality is amazing, like it normally is. What's up, bro? Nothing much. Just around the city. Gonna try to have a chill day, you know. Just around the city, gonna have a chill day. No, I don't have any. I don't have any like singles or anything. No, I don't have any cash. Like, a lot of places ain't even taking cash nowadays. Oh my gosh, like this park is this park's kind of weird because like there's like homeless people, a lot of homeless people at this park, and there's like a lot of like, I want to say like people that look like they're doing really good at this park. I mean, everybody's just sharing it all together, you know. Come on, help a brother. Yo, I'm gonna keep it real. I've got to the point where like I don't give money. I'm just not giving money to homeless people anymore, yo. Like I've got to that point because if you keep giving money to homeless people, they're never gonna stop asking for money. It's never ever gonna stop, you know. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that, so much quieter now. Gosh, it's kind of why I didn't even want to stop at this park. I wish they would have had donuts because I probably would have like went to Union Square. Street cleaner. Yeah, man, that thing's loud. What park you at? This is... It's in between Hayes and... In between Hayes and Fell at Octavia. whatever park that is. But pretty much all the parks in SF are like, they got homeless people there. So it's not like you can just really, unless you go mad out to Golden Gate Park. See, my thing about giving money to homeless people is, if you give money to them, they're never gonna stop asking for money. And I'm just over it. Like, I'm over it. I'm over getting my shit stolen by homeless people. You know, like the dude that stole my bike was a homeless dude, because that's where we found it at. It was a homeless camp, you know? So, you know, y'all out there stealing bikes, and then homeless people steal so many freaking bikes. And I know it's not all homeless people, but guess what? It's not all black people that do fucked up shit, but like, it's all black people that, you know, we're looked at the same way. Like, you know, we're criminals and stuff like that. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know, I just can't give money to them anymore. And then there's like a lot of young kids, yo. There's a lot of young kids that live out here on the streets, and some of these young kids, they don't have to be here. Like, they choose to be here. Like, why would you choose to live on the street, you know? Like, they could go back home, you know? But maybe they don't want to listen to their parents. So they would rather, like, hang out on the street. I don't know. It makes me seem like a bad person, but I don't mind, like, volunteering at, like, homeless places, you know? I don't mind taking that route. But no, just giving people money on the street, no, I'm done with that, yo. And honestly, like, I don't have any cash, like, for real, like, real talk, like, I don't. Like, only thing I need cash for is to buy weed. Like, that's the only thing I need cash for. And I don't even need cash to buy weed, because at the weed store, they accept credit card, but they charge like $250 more if you pay with a credit card. So I always just use cash. But that's the only thing I use cash for. I'm not really tripping about the cashless society. I know a lot of people are freaking out, like, oh, we're gonna come as cashless society and we're gonna lose our freedoms. No, I don't really care about that. What is this girl have dreadlocks? But she looks like a snob from, like, far away. But, like, wait, how can you have dreadlocks and look like a snob? Oh yeah, she totally has dreadlocks, and she's totally, oh my gosh, she's really on the snobbish side. Like, that's someone I wouldn't even say hello to. Wow, my belts are so loose on the board. Finally see a live stream. How is your hair hard to maintain? No, it's not hard to maintain at all. It's not hard to maintain at all, and there's so many cool hairstyles I can wear. No, actually, maybe she doesn't have like a song. Cool hair. No, she totally didn't hear me. I think sometimes people may think. I think sometimes if I compliment people with dreadlocks, they take offense to it. But, like, I'm totally not, like, I mean it in a positive way. Like, I don't mean it in a bad way. I understand that, like, maybe we get that every once in a while. I'm trying to look fresh, yo. Like, I would show her, but, like, I don't want to show her. I don't know, dude. It's hard to meet people in the city, yo. How's the air quality? The air quality is freaking amazing right now, yo. Nothing to complain about the air quality right now. I didn't check the air quality today, but I checked it yesterday, and it was so low. Like, it was almost like close to perfect or whatever. Like, I didn't check today, but I also slept with the window open last night, so. I'm almost done like tightening this. How did you survive the summer with that hair? It's not hot in San Francisco, yo. If I was anywhere else, hey, really cool hair.
Oh, thanks, you too.
If I was anywhere else, like if I was in LA, I would have freaking died, yo. But just here, it's really, really cool. Like you don't really have to worry about the heat so much. I mean, we have a couple hot days, and on hot days, I just wear it up, or don't go out as much. But it's kind of sucked with the pandemic, because with the pandemic, you can't really like go anywhere. Like before, on a hot day, people would just go to Starbucks, you know, or go see a movie, or go hang out at the mall. But with the pandemic going on, you can't do that. I think this is gonna work now. What? Dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's a really good question. Like, it's very, very, people do that all the time. Like, I don't know why they do that, but like, I have no idea. London Breeze said it would be another 12 to 18 months. Yeah, but that's everywhere. That's everywhere. I'm like looking for a new place to stay. Because remember, like I'm only staying at this place for 3 months, right? So I think I found the perfect place. Dude, this belt is gonna freaking snap. Like, it's way too tight. That's the thing about Boosted. Like when you first get a Boosted, when you first ride it for the first time, y'all be carrying too much. Yeah. Okay. I don't get that. Like I don't get that. Like, this happens all the time when I go to the park. Like, you'll see someone jogging, and there's all this space, but they'll purposely jog like right by you, and it just makes you wonder, like, why did they purposely do that? You know, like they could have went off to the side. They could have went over there, but no, they got like super close up to you. Like, I don't know why people do that. You know. People did shit all the time, just like she did. Like, she had all this space, but yet, I don't know. Like, I'm not making this stuff up. Like, y'all just saw it in the video. I'm over here like working like a mechanic on a freaking car, yo. Trying to get these belts like tensioned and right, cause I don't want to snap one. But yeah, I'm looking for a new place, and check this out. Like, there's this new building I'm looking at. This place last year. Dude, at this place last year, rent was $5,000 a month, right? You know how much rent is now? It's like $2,300. It's fallen that much. So I think I have someone who we're gonna be roommates. I think I found a roommate, and we're gonna like maybe share this place, you know. And this place is huge. It's 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Why didn't I say something to her? I don't want to say anything to her. Like, it's not worth my time, you know. Like, I don't want to escalate any situations. Like, I just want to go back home, chill, smoke weed, watch my Tesla shares go up. Like, I don't want to fight with these people, yo. Like, as soon as this pandemic go over, as soon as this pandemic's over with, the first thing I want to do is leave the country. Like, I don't want to fight, yo. Like, I don't want to fight. Like, I want to chill. Like, I want to be happy. I want to go somewhere, spend money, live on the beach, let the time go by, like, enjoy life. Like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to be that type of person. Like, I'm tired of fighting, yo. Like, fighting don't get you. Fighting can get you places if you fight the correct way. But how these folks out here fighting, I don't know. I don't know what they fighting for, and I ain't got time for it. You know, I want to be a part of that life, yo. I want to live a good life, man. Like, I want to be around people doing good. Like, I want to hear happy stories. Like, I don't want to hear negative shit all the time. You know. So yeah, like, that's just me. You know. Apple could go below 100. Yeah, it could. It could. But check this out. They just released their products. In a few months, they're gonna release like how many they sold, and that's when the stock price is gonna go up. When they release how many they sold, you know. So, yeah, it's going down now. It's going down now. That's why I actually bought way more Tesla than I bought Apple during both splits, because I was like, I don't know, Apple. I can't see Apple doubling, but I can definitely see Tesla doubling. Like, honestly, like, real talk, I think Tesla gonna be at $1,000 before the end of the year. Like, I'm not telling anyone to invest in it, but that's what I think is gonna happen. And that's why I'm trying to get like 200 shares. So once it hit $1,000 by the end of the year, I can have like 200 G's just in Tesla. And then that would be crazy. That'd be a lot of money, actually. Yeah, I think Tesla may be the best stock ever in history. Like, if it keeps going up like it is, it can easily be the best stock ever in the history of the stock market. And I think that it can very well do that, you know? Like, if it keeps doubling, that just sounds so goddamn insane. If it keeps doubling, like, what the better than Amazon? It's better than Amazon because, like, yeah, Amazon, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking Amazon because Amazon is doing some revolutionary things, but with Tesla, it's the energy business that I'm more excited about. Like, fuck the cars, yo. Like, cars is what we can see. It's that energy business. It's when cities around the world are buying these massive power packs, yo. Like, how much are those power packs gonna cost cities? I'm not talking about a $40,000 car. I'm not talking about a $100,000 Model X. I'm talking about mad, like, battery packs, yo. They're selling cities around the world. Like, that's major profits, you know. But for them to do that, they need more battery technology. And, like, they've already leaked some battery technology. Like, dude, this battery that they had was, like, the size of a soda can or something. Are you gonna buy some Tesla today? Where is Tesla today? Like, I'm basically almost out of money, yo. Like, for real. Like, I've been buying so many freaking stocks lately. Like, I'm basically, like, out of cash, yo. I mean, I get some YouTube money on the 20th. But I'll probably buy Apple Watch. And I think I want to get the Oculus, too. It's dropping a bit. Yeah, I think I want to buy some toys. 418. Ooh. That's pretty low, actually. It's at 420. My hair's looking crazy right now. But when you have dreadlocks, they always look crazy. And if they look too perfect, I wouldn't even rock them. There we go. It looks better. Like, I would totally want to go get a vegan donut, but, like, this place don't have vegan donuts. Like, I gotta break my addiction to this place. Like, their vegan donuts cost $4.50. Like, that's a lot of money for a donut. But let me tell you, their donuts are, like, mad fire, bro. Okay, so let's go for a ride now. Motors sound very, very weird. Hey, but I'm stopping. Look. Yo, you would look a whole lot better with a haircut. Hell no, yo. When I had a haircut, I was so self-conscious. I was so self-conscious, yo. Like, I did not like the way I looked. No, bad idea. And then after I went to the continent and I saw so many black men wearing their hair long, I was like, yo, like it's totally normal to wear your hair in dreadlocks. Like, I think it's not normal. I think it's not normal to have your hair cut short. I think having your hair cut short, like, honestly, like, okay, I'm about to piss some folks off. I think having your hair cut short is being obedient to corporate America. And I don't want to be a part of corporate America, you know? Having your hair cut short is just bowing down and saying, yes, 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 yes. I do what you say. Yes, yes, yes. You don't want me to wear your hair this way. Yes, yes, yes. No, like, I wear my hair because wearing my hair is the way I express myself. You can't express yourself for some short, bald-headed hair. Like, come on, like, when you get older, you're going to be bald-headed. So why are you trying to be bald-headed your whole goddamn life? You know? Why are you trying to be bald-headed your whole life? Like, you want to... I mean, come on, like, how long have you been suppressed, you know? And look at nowadays, like, kids get thrown out of school because they have dreadlocks. Man, that is because, once again, they want you to bow down. They want you to bow down. Bow down to your oppressor. Hell no, yo. No, you stand up. And you don't have to stand up and, like, you know, take your gun and go stand in front of City Hall. Like, you don't have to do that. I mean, you can if you want to, but that's not the route I'm taking, you know? The route I'm taking is black hair don't care, yo. Look at all these people moving. Hey, getting out of here. They like, bye, San Francisco. Freaking rent $3,200 a month for a one-bedroom. I'm trying to figure out which way I want to go. I guess let's just go down. I want to go to Union Square. But, like, I always go this same route, so this route's not special. I guess I don't go this route live. Hey, man, you gotta get out the bike lane, bro. Oh, no, wait, I'm not on my bike today. I don't know. I think dreadlocks look sexy as hell, y'all. Like, that's just what I think. Like, I think it looks sexy as hell, y'all. So I'm always gonna rock them. I think I see this cop everywhere. He's usually always at this red light down here, and I usually blow through this red light at least 4 or 5 times a day. And he's usually always here, you know. And the light will be red, like, I'll just go straight through that joint. But, like, I mean, come on, I ain't finna stop at this red light. Hell no, not in this neighborhood. Oh, there's another cop instead. There's always a cop here. Yeah, I mean, I ain't finna stop at, like, even with the cop there, I'm still not gonna stop at that light. I still might get jacked. I mean, it might be 6 people come up, you know? What one cop gonna do? Call for dispatch? I mean, for real, like, if I was that cop and 6 folks came and jumped somewhere, I'd probably run away. I'm joking. I'm getting hungry right now. No, there's like no traffic here, yo, by the way. Yeah, you got that right. It doesn't look like much traffic. I'm gonna read the comments when I get to Union Square, but I'm just trying to, I gotta like pay attention to the road. I tell you, like skateboarding, you have to use a lot of energy because you always have to constantly watch the freaking roads of where you're gonna run over so you won't crash. Oh, that was Union Square over there. These motors are whistling. I don't know if that's what they're supposed to sound like. I mean, I can't remember. I think that's Apple, yo. That car right there. I think they're testing their driverless car. But the problem is, I believe that car is using LiDAR. And I don't know if you guys know a lot about like driverless cars and the driverless car technology and stuff like that. The driverless car technology, like LiDAR, is not as superior as cameras. And Tesla uses cameras. And LiDAR is expensive, and LiDAR works and it works good in some ways. I don't want to dork out about electric cars right now. We got Louis Vuitton. You'll need some Louis. All right, we got some traffic. So since I moved to like Soma, I never come to this park anymore. And before, I always come to this park. Like every day I come to this park. Like now I never come here because my house is like mad far away. It's like 1.5 miles or something. It's like a mile away or something. And a mile away, that's way too far. I mean, come on, if it's not like walking distance, like super close, I'm not gonna really just come. Cause one thing I liked about coming here is cause I could just walk here. Like I didn't have to take the skateboard or the bike. Like I could just like walk. I used to live like 4 minutes from here. So it's always like a pretty chill walk. Just come down here. But I guess like the building I live at now, it has a rooftop, so I can go there and chill. But it's always cold, so you know how that is. Too many tourists. Well, there's no tourists now. There are no tourists now. What up, mofos? What's up, everyone? Let's see. Yeah, Union Square is mad, dude. Are hotels and restaurants open yet? A few. Why do you like Union Square so much? I just like it now because I can actually come here. Before, I never came to Union Square because it was always full of tourists. And now, there's no tourists. It's only like local people. Like, when I used to come here at night, I would see the same people here all the time because they lived in the neighborhood, you know? That's the one cool thing I like about Union Square. Because before, you never could come to Union Square and chill. Louis Vuitton socks. LiDAR is this scam. Where's my caviar order? Yo mama black is cool every day. Blowing a stop sign. Blowing a stop sign? I don't think I blowed it. I think I like cruise through it. Like it's cool. So like it's a little bit different to run stop signs here versus like, okay, running a stop sign in LA or running a red light in LA is so much different than running a red light in the city. The city streets are like much smaller, yo. And people don't drive as fast in the city. You know, in LA, man, them cars be going 60 miles an hour, yo. You better not run that fucking red light. But out here, cars don't go that fast. You know, cars don't go on 50 miles an hour, no way. Finally got pulled over for blowing a stop sign. Where did you get pulled over at in the city? Popo skating. Dreads on chicks heart. Yo, yeah, I think so. As a woman, I used to think that Jay was sexy. The colors is a turn off. I don't know. I guess I do have a lot of crazy colors, right, in my hair. I guess I do have a lot of crazy colors in my hair, but that's okay. I see so many empty apartments now. It's just a common thing. You know what I think that is going on? I want to say that some neighborhoods, like the North Beach neighborhood, the Tenderloin neighborhood, and parts of Nob Hill, I want to say that a lot of people have moved out of these neighborhoods, but like these are neighborhoods that like I don't really go to, so I can't really tell, you know? Like I spend majority of my time in Soma. Have you ever ran over a pedestrian while skating? No, never ran over a pedestrian while skating. Good day to you, Jermaine, from the Tenderloin. That's what's up, from the Tenderloin. What's the least amount you can pay decent rent? Okay, so right now, so I'm going to look at a place today, right? I see we're talking about rent. So I'm going to look at a place today. Last year, this place was rented for $5,000 a month. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. Not going to say what floor it's on, but it's actually pretty high up. Not pretty high up, but like, it's like less than 20 floors up. And it's, now it's rented for $2,300. And it's a 2-bedroom. So I think I have someone we're gonna go check it out together, and we're gonna think about like getting it, right? And that would be a really good deal. Like that would be a good deal because it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's the type of situation where like you walk in and there's like, you know, the kitchen, the living room, and then off to one side there's a bedroom and a private bathroom. And then on the other side there's a bedroom and a private bathroom. And they both have like, you know, closets and stuff. So for $2,300 for a 2-bedroom, that we would consider that cheap. And the crazy thing about it is the 2 bedrooms are $2,300. You know how much a studio is? Studio is $2,000. So like a studio is still a lot more at these units. But I think maybe studios are just more in demand. And that place had really large studios. The studios were like 600 square feet. And 600 square feet is massive versus Trinity. Trinity is like 400 square feet. That's almost like a micro studio. Thank you for your live streams. I love your adventures. Oh, thanks. Do the landlords take care of that? That you're self-employed? Okay, so like a lot of landlords won't take me because I'm self-employed. And then also like landlords can discriminate like a lot too. Bottom line, like they can. Like, I'm not saying that that's what they do, but they can. You know, if they don't want someone living there, they can make up a reason and be like, oh yeah, you know, you don't make enough money. Like when I did apply to one place in the city, and the people said that I didn't make enough money. But then when I tried to apply for one of those fancy like luxury buildings, like I made enough money and I was approved, you know. So that definitely happens. But in this case, like if you have two people like signing, they're gonna look at like both of you and how much money like both parties is making, and then they'll let you move in or not. And then maybe you have to put a deposit, maybe you won't have to put a deposit. Move to Compton, very affordable and family friendly. Maybe I'll think about moving to Compton. I have real estate agents in my family. You need an agent. You need an agent for what? To rent? You need an agent to rent in New York. You don't need an agent to rent here. Who is affording these rents? So that's like a typical price. Okay, so like that's like a typical price. So like someone paying $1,000 to have a bedroom and a private bathroom in a building that was built like less than 3 years ago. That's a really good deal. Like that's a really good deal even outside of the city. That's a good deal. Like bottom line, you know. Like it is. Like that's a good deal in a lot of places. Even in Memphis, that would be somewhat of a good deal. Like it's a brand new building, it's a large unit, you know, it's the building has all sorts of amenities, you know, washer and dryer in the unit. I can't wait till you start traveling. I don't know when I'm going to start back to traveling. I don't want to start back to traveling until the pandemic is completely over. But the thing is, when the pandemic is completely over, I may not come back to the U.S. because I would have had a lot of time to save up a lot of money. I would have had a lot of time to invest a lot of money. So I'm almost leaning that way. This is what I'm leaning towards. I'm leaning towards maybe staying in the U.S. longer, sticking out the pandemic, and once it's over, leave for like, I don't know, a long time. Just chill. Yeah, but you know, agents can see things better, but like the places that I'm looking to rent, I don't need an agent for it. Like I don't. Like I'm not trying to rent from a landlord. Like no, like I'm not trying to rent like I'm not trying to meet like no, I'm not trying to rent that way. Because those are the places that I have a hard time renting. Those are the places that are just like, no, you don't make enough money. No, what do you do for a living? Well, your income doesn't make sense, you know, or yeah, you have enough money, but I don't know where you're getting this money from, you know? When you go to those corporate places, like, they're just like, oh, you want to move in? What do you do for a living? You know, they'll ask you, they'll run your credit, you know, they'll look at your bank statements, and then they'll let you move in. Maybe they'll ask you to put down a deposit, maybe they won't, but these other places just no. And the reason why the other landlords are just like no, and why they're so cutthroat, is because they don't want to put themselves in a situation where you move in and you just stop paying rent. You know, they don't want to get themselves in a situation. Now, a corporate place, they don't want to get themselves in that situation, but they don't discriminate like the smaller landlords do. You know, they don't do it the same way, you know? That's kind of how it goes. It's all truly who you know, yeah. But then, but the places I'm looking to move in are like, I'm looking to move in places that are new because of the bike, because of the amenities. Like, I don't want to move into a building and I'm gonna have packages delivered all the time, and the packages are just sitting right downstairs by the door, and anyone that can come into the door can take the package. Like, I don't want to live in a building like that, you know what I mean? So, you know, the new buildings, you don't have to worry about that. You have the package room, and it's safe, and you don't have to worry about anyone stealing your shit, you know? So that's kind of how I see it. What do you eat for breakfast? I haven't eaten anything. Don't travel. Airlines aren't social distancing. It's packed. No, I don't want to travel for now. I want to just chill for a minute. You know? It's the difference between borrowing money from a friend and borrowing money from a credit card. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what you're trying to say. With the landlords, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've had a lot of landlord situations, and like with this last situation at this last building, I don't want to deal with small landlords anymore. Like, that's just basically what happened. The last building I was living in, made me really sour about, your small mom and pop landlords, because I'm like, yo, I don't want to deal with this. I'd rather deal with the corporate folks. No, my FY is being built. Oh, I saw the stock's doing better right now. I hope you get a dope place. Are you subleasing? Subleasing? What do you mean? Am I subleasing? You need to live in a real apartment building with concierge. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't want to live in one of those old school buildings. But the cool thing about the old school buildings, let's keep it real. The old school buildings had rent control. So yeah, maybe I'll move to one of these cool modern buildings, and maybe the rent will be cheap. But then maybe next year they'll raise the rent by like $500, you know? But that actually may not happen, because the reason why they may not jack the rent up, because they may know that if they jack the rent up, people are just gonna move again. You know? Black hair don't care, yo. No, black hair don't care. Vera Apartments in the Mission. I've been there. Like, the reason why I don't want to move there is because I like how it's new, it's modern. But the reason why I don't want to move there is it's too far out of downtown. Like, I really want to be in downtown. What is the longest time you've lived in an apartment? You mean here in the city? Was the first apartment I lived in. I lived there for like a year. And then I lived at the house in Oakland for like a year and a half or something. This place, you sound like a 13-month lease. I don't think I'm going to vlog this place, because I think I'm going to end up moving here. And if I'm actually going to end up moving in here, I don't want to show everyone, because people will know where I'm going to be living. So I don't want to do that. Bro, you need a rooftop. So my building has a rooftop, but the problem with the rooftop is... The problem with a freaking rooftop is it's always windy, dude. You can't really get that good shot. How do you get a job that makes enough to get an apartment? It's hard. But the prices of apartments are falling like a rock, right? The first place you want to visit after Rona. I want to go to South Africa, probably. Yeah, 15th floor or higher is better, yo. 15th floor or higher, but once you get above like the 30th floor, sound, you don't hear sound as much, especially if it's windy outside. Once you get above the 30th floor, and if it's like, 15 miles per hour winds, and the winds are blowing the direction away from the sound, it will be so quiet up there. And if you're above, and then once you get above floors 30, it starts to get really expensive. You know what I mean? It starts to get really expensive to actually live above like the 30th floor. Like there's a couple of buildings in the city where like you can straight, you can somewhat of a normal person can afford to live on the 30th floor, but like past 30th, it starts to get crazy expensive. Let's go for a little ride. I'm like mad thirsty right now. I want to eat a burrito. Whoa, I'm like, y'all are looking at my junk right now. Skateboards. I would consider living on the 13th floor. I mean, I would love to live on the 50th floor. Live on the 100th floor, goddammit. I mean, as high as I can go. I mean, I want to look out the window and see the freaking sunset twice. I want to be that. That's how high I want to be high up. I want to be high like Dubai high. Like way the fuck up there. Like so high that if a fire happened, like instead of going downstairs, you go to the roof because you got to be rescued by helicopters. That's how high in the sky I want to be. I want to be super high in the sky. Anybody getting a new iWatch? I think I want to get Oculus. I wonder what's going on. It's a whole bunch of cops over there in front of the Nike store. Maybe they giving out free shoes. I'm like mad hungry right now. I'm not trying to go up that hill, and I'm not trying to come down that hill. If you're watching this video, give Jermaine, your homeboy, a thumbs up, yo. Damn, I'm about to get hit by a bus. Alright, here's these dead streets of SF. I mean, it seems like to me it's never coming back, you know? I mean, how could it? Like, everybody's used to doing whatever they've been doing for the past 6 months. They're used to doing that shit now. So why would they come back here? That's how I see it. Oh, this is Bush. Should take Bush, actually. SF is sucker free. Yep, very true. Sucker free city. Yeah, I don't want to leave the city either. It does feel like a lot of people are moving. It do feel like a lot of people are fleeing the city. It's not cool to live in the city right now. That's really the problem. Like, it was cool to live in the city, like, recently. But it's, like, not cool to live in the city now. Okay, now, for example, is this right here. So, last year, traveling around, if you left San Francisco and you went to, like, anywhere else in the U.S., right? Or if you left New York and you went anywhere else in the U.S., and someone asks you where you're from, and you say, oh, I'm from New York, or I'm from San Francisco, people would think of it like, oh, wow, you're from New York, you're from San Francisco. It's a cool place. Oh, it's so expensive. Oh, you must got a good job. Oh, you must live really good, you know. Oh, it's so expensive. Good place, right? But now, well, I don't know about now, but I imagine like maybe in like a year or so, saying that you live in San Francisco or New York is gonna have a different meaning behind it. Like people, when you say that, people are gonna think differently. They're gonna think, oh yeah, you live in New York. Like it ain't the happening place. It's San Francisco. Oh, you live in San Francisco. It ain't the happening place, you know. So like, I think it could be looked at differently very soon. But who cares? Because most big city folks don't care. They don't leave the city. I mean, most people that live in the city don't leave the city. Like bottom line, like they don't leave the city. Like especially in New York, it's the same thing in SF. Like people don't leave the city. So what if people outside the city don't like the fact that, you know, you're from the city? So what? You don't leave the city that much. Ooh, it feels so good right here. Yeah, because right now, I think what's going on is all the action right now looks like it's moving to the suburbs. That's what's going on. It looks like all the action is moving to the suburbs. Like, it looks like that's the cool place to be. And I think another thing that's probably going to happen is you're going to see more stuff like RVs and stuff getting more and more popular. Like, people are going to be taking more road trips and stuff like that. I mean, why do people freak out that I go through red lights so much? Like, if there's no cars coming, like, why wait? You know? Why do you think SF is changing for the bad? I mean, I don't know if it's changing for the bad, because some people will say it is changing for the good because all the tech workers are leaving. Now, just because the tech workers are leaving, that doesn't necessarily mean that things are just going to be better overnight. Like, no, that's not how it works. With all the tech workers here, it was a lot of economic activity going on. It was a lot of jobs being created. It was a lot of things happening. So now that the tech industry is sort of, looks like it's sort of kind of gone, there's going to be less jobs in the city. Like, in general, there's going to be less restaurants, less hotels, less events. Like, with all these tech workers, they always had these big events, you know? It's going to be less of that going on. So I would imagine it's going to change to the services in the city, because with less money coming in. So I don't know, this could be a good thing or this could be a bad thing. Like, it really depends on how you look at it. Yeah, you can bring back the artists, but will the artists be afford to pay the rent prices? Now, rents are gonna fall, but rents are not gonna fall where, like, you can get a 2-bedroom apartment for $1,000. Like, no, they're never gonna fall that low. Like, no, that just wouldn't be economically feasible. Like, they're gonna fall, of course, and they're gonna probably stay low for some time, but they'll eventually go back up. Like, it's not gonna just crumble. Like, it's not Detroit. Like, we haven't had a big earthquake and it just destroyed everything overnight, which that could happen, you know? Yeah, but an earthquake won't necessarily bring the rent prices down. An earthquake could actually increase the rent prices. And the reason why that is if it's a really big earthquake and majority of the buildings are damaged, well, the buildings that are still standing are going to be in high demand. So an earthquake wouldn't necessarily help the situation, you know. And then also, another thing you got to look at too, if rent prices fall too low, like if rent prices fall too low, that you can just imagine more and more jobs are going to be leaving, and when there's more and more jobs, it's going to be harder to live here. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, yeah, you want them to fall, but you don't want rent to be free. Because if it's free, there's literally no jobs. Like, how are you going to make money? You know what I mean? What a 1-bedroom apartment costs in city center? A 1-bedroom is probably like $3,000 right now, on average. Now, you can find some cheaper. You can find some more expensive. But I would say on average about $3,000. Not to mention, after the big one, people won't be afraid about another big one for a while. Very true. It's very true. Whenever that big one happens, it's going to be like an insurance policy. They're going to be like, yo, if the big one just happened right now, we good for the next 100 years, you know? I like this angle. Buildings in the background, yo. It feels like I got a green screen, but that is not a green screen. Like, that is like right behind my head. San Jose 2-bedroom costs $3,400. So a homie and I are going to look at a 2-bedroom in SF that's $2,300. $2,300. Yeah, it's like, prices are freaking getting low, bro. Nice angle. Yeah, I like this angle. It looks like a green screen, but I promise you, that ain't a green screen. That is not a green screen. That's the street behind me, but it does look like a green screen. Tech folks took the soul out of the city. I'm glad they're leaving. It's just, I don't know. I just wonder what it's gonna look like. And they're not all leaving. They're not all leaving. Like, majority of them are leaving. I'm sure. But the big ones are gonna stay. Like, Uber is gonna stay, and like anyone with like a really big office are gonna stay. the smaller tech companies, which are a lot of those, I'm pretty sure they're all gone now. I'm pretty sure they're all taken off. Like, okay, and that's what a lot of people don't know. You actually had a lot of tech companies, like smaller little startups in apartment buildings, right? Like they would rent like maybe a 2-bedroom apartment and they would have their tech office there. You know, they would like live in one room. Okay, mainly in Soma, like they had these certain apartments where like it would be like a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom, or it would be like a loft, right? And they would like have part of it like an office, and they would live in the other part. It was a lot of places like that in the city, and I'm pretty sure a lot of those places have moved out because why pay that amount in rent? You know, when you can have that same setup somewhere else for like three-fourths the price. You know. Ocean breeze blowing into SF Bay, yes. 3 months. Oh, riding flowers. SF smells like seaweed and seafood and weed. Do you pay property tax here in Israel? You pay 900 USD for apartment and 600 property tax. It's insane. You have to pay property tax on an apartment you rent in Israel? I love Tesla. Me too. I love Tesla. When you stare at the camera like that, I feel like you're staring straight into my soul. Wow. I guess that's a weird way to just stare at the camera. Stare at the camera. Okay, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna end this stream because I gotta call someone. And then I'm going to probably go grab a falafel because I'm famished right now. But I'm out. I love all of y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. See all y'all later. Buildings in the background. Peace, peace. Whoa. Bye-bye.